dealing with the angles, okay? So it's actually not much different. It's just the dot product is where it's different because it's 3D. So to find this, you still do the same thing of the cosine of theta, and then the dot product, and then the magnitude. And I think when we did this in the first video with this, I split it up, so I want to do it the same way. All right, so 2 more problems. So like I said, I know I split it up in that other video, so let's go ahead and find out what that magnitude is. So we have the magnitude of u. You would do 16 squared, 2 squared, and -1 squared. Okay, so 16 squared, I did the squared, whoops. Let's put 4. 4 squared, 16. That's 4, and that's 1. So that gives you square root of 21. If you found, I'm going to put this here, the magnitude of v, you're going to take -5 squared, which is 25, 3 squared, which is 9, and -8 squared, which is 64. And if you put that all together, you get 98. And I'm not going to simplify it yet. So, and there's really, honestly, no point because you're just entering into your calculator anyway. So you get cosine of theta equals, you know what, I think we did the dot product separately too, did we? I don't know. Let's just do it. Let's do the dot product too. So we're going to do the dot product, so we're going to take the 4 times the -5. I've been using my calculator on my phone, and that's annoying to use for cosine, so let me grab that real quick. Okay. So you do 4 times the -5, which is -20. We're going to do the 2 times the 3, which is 6, and then -1 times the -8, which will be +8. So when you do that, that ends up being, whoa, did I do something wrong? Oh, no. Okay, no, I didn't. So that ends up being -20 plus 6 plus 8, which is -6. So to find this cosine of theta, we have -6 over the square root of 21 times the square root of 98. That's where you do inverse cosine. Make sure you put parentheses around that if you don't simplify it. And make sure your calculator is in that degree mode. So inverse cosine of -6 divided by parenthesis, square root of 21 times the square root of 98, or you can just combine it, it doesn't matter. And that ends up being 97.600 degrees. Okay, last one. Oh, it says nearest 10th, so I guess I don't need that. No, I didn't read my own directions. Nearest 10th. Okay, so last one. Magnitude of A, magnitude of V, dot product of A and B, and then do inverse cosine. I would like for you to do that on your own. So go ahead and do all those steps. If you get stuck, obviously start the video back up. If you finish it, then just fast forward to get the answer. All right, so go ahead and pause the video now. All right, now that you've come back, let's go ahead and do this problem. So we're going to have the square root we're going to take 8 squared, which is 64. 2 squared, which is 4, and that would be 9. So if we do 64 plus 4 plus 9, whoa, I did that wrong. Is square root of 77. If you did this one, you're going to do 12 squared, which is 144, -5 squared, which is 25, and -9 squared, which is 81. So 144 plus 25 plus 81 is 250. And then if you want to go do the dot product too, just because we're separating everything, you get 8 times 12, which is 96. You would have 2 times -5, which is -10, and I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. And then -3 times -9, which is 27. So if you put 96 minus 10 plus 27, you get 113. Okay, so we're going to do 113 over the square root of 77 and the square root of 250. If you really want to, you could do this 77 times 250 and make it just one big square root. inverse cosine of that. And you get 35.5 degrees. All right, that's it of vectors. That is literally the last section. Okay, so good luck, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you later.